You call your dog family. You let it sleep on your bed. You talk to it in a voice you'd never use on another human being. But here's the real answer, and it's far stranger than a Pinterest quote about loyalty. Somewhere around 15,000 years ago, a terrifying apex predator with jaws that could crush bone decided to start hanging around your campfire. And nobody actually planned that. Let's rewind. Way back. Before leashes, before fetch, before anyone thought good boy was a sentence worth saying, wolves were not auditioning for companionship. Wolves were opportunists. Ancient human camps produced something incredibly valuable if you were a hungry predator. Garbage, bones, scraps, leftover carcasses, a pile of free calories with none of the danger of chasing down a deer. So the boldest wolves, the ones slightly less terrified of humans, started lingering at the edges of camp. Not to befriend anyone, to eat trash. Here's where it gets interesting. Researcher Brian Hare has spent years studying what's called the self-domestication hypothesis, essentially arguing that humans never sat down and selectively bred a friendlier wolf on purpose. Instead, the wolves that could tolerate being near humans without freaking out simply survived better and ate more. The anxious, aggressive wolves stayed away, got less food, and had fewer pups. Nature quietly did the breeding program for you. Generation after generation, the calmer wolves kept winning the resource lottery. And something wild happened along the way. Their bodies started changing too. Floppier ears, curlier tails, patchy fur coloring. Scientists studying a decades-long Russian fox experiment led by Dmitry Belyaev found something almost identical happening when foxes were selectively bred purely for friendliness toward humans. Within generations, the same physical traits kept popping up. Turns out selecting for calm behavior seems to unintentionally drag a whole suite of cute dog-like features along with it. Evolution basically handed you free floppy ears as a side effect of good vibes. So no human ever pointed at a wolf and said, "You, be domesticated now." The wolves domesticated themselves by learning to relax around a very dangerous, very unpredictable species. You. But it wasn't purely one-sided. Once these bolder wolves were sticking around camp, something shifted. They started barking at approaching predators. They helped track wounded prey during hunts. A wolf that could alert you to danger or help you catch dinner was worth keeping close. So humans stopped chasing them off and started quietly tolerating them, then feeding them on purpose, then, eventually, actively choosing which ones got to stick around. This is the part that should really mess with your head. You didn't domesticate the wolf. The wolf partially domesticated itself, and then humans finished the job without ever fully realizing what they were doing. Nobody woke up one morning with a 5-year domestication business plan. It happened slowly, across thousands of years, one slightly braver wolf at a time. And the ending is genuinely strange. That same animal, the one your ancestors accidentally recruited through garbage and mutual convenience, is now sleeping at the foot of your bed, wearing a tiny raincoat, getting its own social media account. So next time your dog tilts its head at you with those big trusting eyes, remember what's actually happening underneath that adorable expression. You're looking at the great-great-great-grandchild of a wolf that was simply too chill to run away from your trash pile, and evolution rewarded it for staying calm. You call your dog family. You let it sleep on your bed. You talk to it in a voice you'd never use on another human being. But really, you're just continuing a 15,000-year-old agreement that neither species ever formally signed. One species brought the scraps. The other brought the loyalty. And somehow, that accident became the closest bond between humans and animals on Earth.